Hey John. So, working on those power chords in G tuning. So, I was doing, 7 frets, right? On the 5th, 4th, and 3rd string, right? And if I want, I can put the 6th string open in there. And maybe even throw in the 1st string to boot too. So what that does, that gives me a big, huge D power chord. Remember, a D power chord just has nothing but D's and A's, right? So I got a D here. I have on this, what should be my G string, G, A, B, C, D. So at the 7th fret, so I'm ended up with an octave, D, D. This gives me my A, because this is the D string, D, E, F, G, A. See, so I got D, D, A. This gives me another D, because we know this G string is no different than this G string, so this is a D, this is a D. And then I'm not really doing much with the 2nd string, okay? So I don't really need that. And if I do the 2nd string, that's going to throw in the 6th. That's because that's a B note. And if I think from D, D, E, F, G, A, B, 6 notes out, right? So, maybe if I'm doing like a so I might, one day, pull that off and something like that. But what I wanted to get at is that movement that we had. So I was doing like, this is my 7th fret, down to the 5th fret, down to the 3rd fret. And if I want, I could come back up. So that's a cool little thing, and there's been a lot of songs that had that, like I was mentioning, All Along the Watchtower. Right, so that's a cool little figure. And then if I want to extend on that, right, so it could go 5th fret, 3rd fret, 2nd fret. 2nd fret brings me to the A chord, which is always a great chord to get you back to the 7th fret. And the open is the 4 chord, so that's G chord. So I got G, A, right? So that's always good stuff, knowing where you, the G chord in the key of D is called the subdominant chord, or the 4th chord. And then the A is the 5th chord. 5s are always the chords that want to head towards the root. They set it up, okay? And now I can also go up here to the 10th fret, and that gives me an F. So I get some cool stuff in there. And that brings us to the White Stripes song. There's see, so that was the 7th fret to the 10th fret, back to the 7, 5, 3, 2, 7, 10, 7, 5, 3, 5, 3, 2. That's that little variation on the ending there. So, and that was, so that was 3, 5, 3, 2, right? And you can do it just like a bass line. get that eighth note passage, just open 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and that's the second fret. I know you can't see that very well. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Right, and then back up to my 7th fret. Ba, 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 bum, bum, bum. Right, and if I do 5th and 4th strings, now I've turned the whole thing into a big power chord, and if I want to do the 5th, 4th, and 3rd strings, fine too. So there's, there's some fun there. Now you were getting into the idea of dropping a note. So I think you had little partial chords, which I love this one here. If I only do the 2nd fret on the 5th and 4th strings and keep everything else open. What a beautiful little sound. Nice sounding harmony there. And looking at it, dissecting it, so I have a D here. Let's turn this into an A, right? Because that was G, A. And then this D, E. So I got D, E, A, which is the D. If we think of the D as the root, then I just got a power chord sitting here. I have D, A, right? D, E, F, G, A, so 5 notes out. And E is the 9, okay? Because if I go D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, 9 notes out, gives me that note. Right, so that's kind of a cool sound. I've got a power chord with a 9th on top of it. And then here comes a G, that's the 4th. There's the 6th. And then the root again. I know that's a lot of theory, but that's really all you do is you think of something as a root, and then you just interval number it. So you figure out what it is as a scale degree in the relation of the harmony. So that's why I'm always thinking, well, what is this? A root? Oh, this is the 5th. This is a 9. G, D, E, F, G. That's a 4. And the 4s can be 11 because if I went around 11 notes, I'd end up same note that I had on the 4. So D, E, F, G. But if I kept going, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Oh, yeah, see, so 11 notes out. So it's either considered a 4th or it's considered 11th. Same with the 9 can be the same as the 2, right? Because if I just did D, E, that's only 1, 2. But if I went D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, so it's a 9 as well, That's because the octave is the same thing as the beginning, right? 1 to 8 is an octave. D to D. At the 8th part, I end up at D again. D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D. So that's that octave, octopus, 8 legs, right? 8 notes. So there's really only 7 different notes. But, of course, if we went chromatically, we could have a possibility of 12 notes. So if I did every note in between, D, da, 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 so I'm going to end up with 12 all total if I did something like that. But yeah, that was a cool chord. I really like this one. I've got a great sound, and I like the one up here at the 10th. Isn't that crazy? Nice sound, know, I can do a lot with that. I also love doing the 7th and 6th fret. So I got the 7th fret on the 4th string and the 6th fret on the 3rd string. Very interesting. It's a Lydian sound. Right. And then to continue on, we were also talking about if we did the 7th fret on the 2nd string, now we get major chords. And this is because we now have the 3rd in there. If I moved up this is an F sharp. B, C, D, E, F would have been here, but 7th fret would have been F sharp. So in D, E, F sharp's the major 3rd in the key of D. So, and then I was going into the idea that, you know, we can substitute that F sharp with G, and then we get a sus4 chord. And like I said, that was a big trademark of British rock. They would have a sus. If you listen to like The Who, Peter Townsend, right? So that's that with raising the 3rd to the 4th, right? And then I think I mentioned Jimmy Page. Of course, now he did this stuff in standard tuning, not in open G, but and this is where I was doing 5, 7, 8 on the 2nd string. I could hit this power chord. There's the 5th fret power chord, open power chord, and then that was I'm just doing 2nd string open, 2nd fret on the 3rd string to open it, and then back up into that 7th fret power chord. Right? So you can see that British aspect of using the suspensions. Elton John did a lot on his piano stuff. Right, so yeah, those British guys, they love that stuff. And it was always trying to mask the real true harmony. Let me put that on for a second. So it's got an open sound to it. You know, once you lock in that 3rd, then you realize, so if I didn't lock in the 3rd, I could maybe be minor, you know, you don't know. See, so in there I used a minor 3rd, so I gave a minor sound out. once I hit that major third, then that's it, you know. So you know I'm in major. But if I hit a minor third, boom, I'm in minor. But if I don't hit any third at all, then all bets are off, you know. So it's a cool little device. It's used a lot in music, substituting out the third with the fourth or maybe even the second and stuff. So anyways, I hope that helps you out. All right, see you next week.